No, I don't know anything. I just am starting fresher now.
So do you know any scripting language?
Not in depth. I know little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not in depth. I don't know. Not in depth. I just know the what are the JavaScripts of basics. That's it.
Basic idea you have about scripting as in the
Yeah,
logic
exactly.
that you have?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that much should be enough to start with. So shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
So today I'll just give you a walkthrough of what ServiceNow is stuff. Detail will start from tomorrow the regular class. I hope that is fine, Srinivas. Or how do you want me to do it?
Yeah, that's
There
fine.
is a small disturbance.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
There is a small disturbance.
1 second. Let me
Oh,
just
it's good. Mm.
okay, okay. So let me just give you an overview of ServiceNow and detail we'll see at later stage. Okay.
Okay.
So what is ServiceNow? Let's first see in a layman language. If I say today, okay, work on ServiceNow, what is actually ServiceNow? What it means? So think about the organization company, and over there in that company, you have to get, let's say, laptop or any accessory which your company provides it to you. Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Yeah.
your company will provide laptop to work, let's say a BlackBerry phone for you to take the office calls, a network or whatsoever it is. Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So in these kind of scenarios, how will you do that? As in, let's say if I'm a new joinee and if I need all these services from the organization, what way is I'll go to the IT support help desk and I'll tell them that, okay, I'm a new joinee, I'll show my ID and all those stuff, and I'll get that thing allocated to me. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
So all these process, what is your day-to-day process from an organization perspective? One way is doing it manually. The other way is doing it via a platform, as in automating the process which was done manually before it. So
Mm-hmm.
ServiceNow is one of such a platform where, let's say if I'm a new joinee, or let's say if I require the software to be uploaded on my laptop, on my office laptop, or let's say I need a printer access, or I need a BlackBerry phone to take the office calls. In all these cases, instead of walking into the IT support desk, you can directly make a request on a ticketing platform.
Okay.
So the process becomes automated. Now you are not walking into the person. Instead, you are using a ticketing platform to raise your request saying that, okay, I need this offering from the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what a ticketing tool does. As in, you raise your ticket over there when you are looking for a new service, looking for a new offering in the system.
Okay.
So that is one approach of it. As in, I'll not say that is the only thing which a ticketing tool do. That is one approach of it. Now think about the other perspective. Let's say, okay, you are not a new joinee now, and you had got a laptop, and now suppose maybe the keyboard is not working on of that laptop, or maybe the screen is not working properly, or the motherboard is crashed, any such issue. As in, any such issues you are getting in a service which already you are holding. So again, the normal processes go to the IT support desk. So again, automating this process even will be done by a ticketing tool.
Okay.
If something is broken, some issue is there, again you can automate it via a ticketing platform. You can raise your issue, you can raise your concern on the ticketing platform, and then obviously the technical team will pick up the ticket from the ticketing tool and work on it and provide you the solution of it.
Okay.
Okay, these are the two simplest examples which I can give you of a ticketing tool.
Okay.
Okay, so now obviously, now if I say the things are so simple, so is it like the only two applications? No, it is not. N number of other applications and number of other functionalities are also involved, which we'll see at a later stage. But right now, to understand ServiceNow, I can tell you one more thing is that ServiceNow, when the company ServiceNow came into picture, before ServiceNow also there were N number of ticketing tools in the market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so as you will be knowing, like Remedy was there, like your HPSM was there, like your IBM Tivoli was there. So all
Yeah,
these are
exactly.
nothing but these were the competitors of ServiceNow, correct?
Okay.
So then the question I think, why are clients moving towards ServiceNow? Why are they preferring ServiceNow in comparison to any other ticketing tool which has been in the market for such a long time?
Yeah.
So the answer to it is ServiceNow gives n number of advantages to the customers.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see what all those advantages are. And these slides I'll go after some time. Let's first let me give you an overview of the tool. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So when I come to the advantages, the first advantage is ServiceNow says that, okay, let's say if you are a company owner and like I am the ServiceNow product owner, so the first advantage which the company gives it to you is you will not have to worry about the backups, about server issue, about the upgrade of the system. Everything of the ticketing tool will be taken care by the ServiceNow itself.
Mm-hmm.
So now it becomes very advantageous for the company using the tool because they are not the responsible people. Let's say tomorrow my ServiceNow server crashes, or let's say any natural calamity or any such issue occurs because of which the server has crashed. ServiceNow is responsible for keeping the backups of it. ServiceNow is responsible for changing the pointer to the another server, or let's say if the server size has to be expanded, they will only do it. So all these gives a lot benefit to the organization because organization will not have to hire different team for taking care of these activities.
Okay.
So this is one aspect of it. The other aspect of it becomes, now think about that if I give you any tool development, any platform development activity, let's say you are working on Java. So
Mm-hmm.
if a project is working on Java, it can't only be Java because at some point in time, you will need a network connectivity. As in, let's say I have to fetch the data from a server, so I'll need that JDBC ODBC connectivity. So I'll need a person who has an expertise in the SQL side of scripting as well. Okay?
Okay.
I'll need a person if server issue is there. I'll need a person who has Unix expertise so that they can write the Unix commands. So if any project is there which works on any such platform, n number of different teams are involved in running up a project.
Okay.
But ServiceNow says that, okay, don't hire any other expert, only hire the people who know ServiceNow development activity, as in who know the scripting of ServiceNow. That is more than enough for the company or for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because ServiceNow says that, okay, if you have to do the connectivity, you're reading the data from the database or fetching the data or any such stuff, don't write SQL command, instead write your ServiceNow scripting.
Okay.
Okay? Again, you don't use, as in on the front end level, if you have to design a form, if you have to design a field or whatsoever it is, don't use any scripting like your Java and C, instead use again the ServiceNow scripting.
Mm-hmm.
And plus the last one was the Unix commands. Already I told you that server is in scope of ServiceNow. Server is always stored with ServiceNow. So anyway, server overhead you will not have to take. So the company only needs to hire ServiceNow experts, people knowing ServiceNow scripting. That is enough for the company to run the ticketing tool within the organization.
Okay.
Okay, so this becomes very advantageous from the profit perspective, from the team perspective of the organization, because organization will not have to invest a lot in it.
Mm-hmm.
2-3 ServiceNow experts will be more than enough for running the ticketing tool of the organization.
Okay.
Okay, so these are some of the benefits because of which ServiceNow is gaining popularity in the market. And from the job perspective, why you should go for this training is because nowadays, at least in India, I can say that there are n number of companies having opening in ServiceNow. So it becomes very easy for you to get job in ServiceNow because of all these benefits of it. All the company are shifting to ServiceNow instead of any other tool.
Yeah, exactly.
So every company obviously needs a ticketing platform, and if someone is providing them more feature, more advantages, obviously the company will move towards it.
And I want to
Mm-hmm.
ask one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I'm working on a service now.
Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, if I require any backup, can you provide us?
Yeah, I can take care of it.
Yeah,
Let me
I
do
I,
that.
I give you simply description of about my job.
Mm-hmm.
There is my job is on release management. Have you an
Mm-hmm.
idea about? I think you have an idea about release
Yeah,
management. Yeah, I have to pull up the data from the client side, and I
mm-hmm.
have to rearrange the data.
Okay.
It is like a part of data archiving.
Okay. So are you archiving the data? As in, are you taking the backup using the data archiving plugin, or what are you doing right now?
We are archiving the data.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the thing is happening in my company. So leave it
Mm-hmm.
that forget about that. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn from the scratch what is ServiceNow, what is development level, administration level. That is
Okay.
the main thing. So I will continue with your classes definitely. If it is we make it more 30 days, more than 31 days, 35 days, is nothing will happen. We'll go very slowly. That's what I am asking about you.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not like I'm signing a 30 days contract. Obviously, if it takes time, yeah, I'm ready to extend it.
So this is a regular time for you going to teach us.
Yeah. Is that
Mm,
okay?
yeah, it is okay. It's not okay, and it's okay. What about the Sundays and Saturdays and Sunday?
It depends. As in, if both of us are free, we can have the class, or else if we are not free or something like that, we can reschedule or something like that. We can sort it out. I think that depends on both of us. As in, if both of us are available, we can have it, or else maybe your morning, or as in we can shift the class to some other time or something like that.
So on Saturday and Sunday we'll plan for the different time schedule. So now the weekdays are we'll plan to take class at 9:30 only.
Yeah, this
My
time only.
9:30 means I think you are level, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll continue with classes. Okay. Uh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah,
This is the thing I want to talk with you.
that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now let's start with the overview. Let's see all these slides. So starting some days, I'll be taking you through the topic, through the concepts, because you need to understand each and every term. And then slowly
Exactly.
and steadily, we'll be moving towards the instance and we'll start scripting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's first start to see the overview of the tool, what it says. So I'll just read out the definition. So it says ServiceNow is a software platform which
Okay.
supports IT service management and it automates the common business process. So what does
Okay.
it mean? So the first thing is it supports IT service management. What is IT service management? As I told you. So let's say I'm a new joinee or something like that. So when I need some service from the organization, that service availability, that service providing it to me is called IT service management, the day-to-day activity like a software to be installed or a hardware to be provided to you or be a laptop, be a desktop or whatsoever it is. Those kind of service automation it is doing it for you. Those kind of services are called IT service management, as in the services which drive the IT is called the IT service management. And it also automates the common business process, as in once the service is provided to you, just preparing the system so that the availability is there. As in, let's say if some issue is there, it becomes the organization responsibility to fix the issue for you. If your laptop is broken, if your BlackBerry phone is broken, what if your printer is not working? So in any such processes are called common business process, common day-to-day process. So again, ServiceNow provides you a platform which automates all these common business process also, which has to fix the issue for you.
Okay.
Okay. What is
Good.
next? Next topic it says, this is a software as a service platform and it contains number of modular applications that can vary by instance and user.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say my company today decides that, okay, I want ServiceNow tool not for the entire organization, but let's say only for the HR department.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case, what will happen? In that case, the user records in my ServiceNow system will only store the user profile who belongs to the HR department. So it depends what kind of setup, what kind of organization team is going to use it. If the entire organization is going to use, obviously the data in the user table will be
Okay.
used, entire organization data will be stored over there. If not, if a particular unit of the organization is going to use it, then only for that unit the development of the service now will be done, the configuration will be changed according to the need of the organization.
Okay.
Now something, let's see some keyword of this statement. So there is something called instance. So what it says, that number of modular applications can vary by instance. What is instance? Let's try to understand that. So take an example that different URL are given to you. Okay. So why different URL? I mean, whenever you will purchase your company, whenever you will purchase service now, minimum of 3 different URL will be provided to you.
Okay.
Okay. Why minimum 3 different URLs? Because ServiceNow says to make the company's job easy, I'll give 3 different URL to the company so that the developer people like us, if let's say you get a new requirement, you will do your development activity in a different URL called development URL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, once your development is done, you will migrate, you will move your code, your build to the test URL, so that testing team will do their testing in the test URL.
Okay.
So let's say I got a requirement A, I completed it, I moved it to testing team for in the test URL and I asked them to test. What if they figure out some issue? So again, if they figure out some issue, you should not fix it directly in test. Instead, again you should go to dev, fix it in dev, and then again move this fix to test.
Okay.
Means always the development should be done in dev instance. So dev URL is nothing but this is called an instance. So we use instance of URL, we use dev instance, test instance, production instance.
Okay.
Okay, the last one is, as I told you, production instance, means the actual instance which the end users will be using for their day-to-day job.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct?
Production. Yeah.
Yeah. So different instances are there. Why we use the term instances is because even though some code will be different in these three URL, but the baseline structure will be same because these three different URL belongs to the same organization.
Okay.
Correct? So the overall structure, overall hierarchy of the organization will be same. So only some part of the activity which you are doing extra as part of this current release, only that code will be extra in development. Correct?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
overall the structure is same, so that's why we use instance instead of URL. We say dev instance, test instance, or production instance.
Okay.
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 Another topic which you can see over here is it says ServiceNow is what? It is a software as a service platform.
Yeah, software as a
Let's
service.
understand this, what it is, what do we mean by software as a service. So now whenever you purchase any tool, whatever tool may be, so the tool can be purchased by the organization in two ways. One is platform as a service, another one is software as a service.
Okay.
What is platform as a service means? You are purchasing the platform of the tool. As in, the moment you purchase the tool, now whatever upgrade has to happen on it, whatever server requirement is there, whatever database requirement is there, everything comes to the organization scope. Organization is responsible for each of these activities.
Okay.
Okay, so that is platform. As I told you, and the other one is software as a service. Means what I told you about that service. Now I told you that all the server related stuff, all the database, all these are in scope of ServiceNow company. You can't see the database. You don't have access to see that. You don't have access to see either the server side commands written in the backend.
Okay.
So because of all these stuff, software as a service becomes a better approach when you are purchasing a product, and that's why the term is software as a service. As in, you are purchasing the software. You are not responsible for the platform upgrade or whatsoever. Okay, so platform as a
Okay.
service means the platform is purchased. You are responsible for keeping track of it, maintaining it. Software as a service means you are only purchasing the tool as a software, as a
Software.
web browser, like we use Facebook. Are we responsible for the database or anything of it? No, we are not. Correct? We are just using the tool for our personal use, but we are not maintaining it. Similar is the case in the software as a service.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the difference between the two. That's what it says, that this is a software as a service which contains number of applications and it contains number of instances and number of users.
Users.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's see the next one. So again, software as a service description is given over here. It says software as a service provides remote access to IT service management through a web-based interface. So as I told you, the entire tool is there within ServiceNow scope. So where is it stored? It is stored in ServiceNow domain. So how are you accessing it? How are you fetching the data, or how are you seeing the tool? The tool, you are fetching it through a web-based interface, as in you are opening the URL of the tool to send or fetch the data into the tool.
Okay. Remote access.
So, tell me.
It is service provides a remote access.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And also what it says, in this model the software is centrally hosted. Where is it hosted? In the cloud the data is stored. from the cloud, you can fetch the data or send the data, but not directly, but via the ServiceNow platform using the ServiceNow scripting platform.
Okay. Got it.
So let's see the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me go to the next slide. Next slide talks about the history of ServiceNow. So ServiceNow was figured way back in 2003 by a guy called Fred Luddy. And this guy was initially working for Remedy Corporation. So if you know, Remedy is one of the biggest competitors of ServiceNow. So this guy was initially working from Remedy, and later on he designed his own tool called ServiceNow. Its headquarters
ITL.
in Tell me.
ITL standards.
I'll come to that. So ServiceNow is based on ITIL standards. So what is ITIL? Let's see it in the next slide. So what is the full form of ITIL? First, let's see that and then we'll understand the topic. So ITIL stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library.
Library.
Means what? Means it says it widens your scope, your approach whenever you are going for a tool development. For example, let's say today I asked you to design a normal example. Let's say I asked you to design a library management tool.
Okay.
What will you do in this particular case? You will think about that, okay, I have to make a tool where people can enter their name, plus people can enter the book name, whatever they wanted, and something like that, and on what date did they issue it, on what date did they return it, something like this you will design the tool using any
Yeah.
of the language.
Yeah,
Correct?
exactly. Yeah.
But ServiceNow says whenever you are approaching any requirement, don't only think about the technical aspect of it, but it widens your scope in n number of ways. How? It says think about how your tool is better than other tools in the market. Plus, think about, let's say today I designed a library management tool and I tested it only with 2 users logging at the same time. What if the tool is purchased by an organization which has, let's say, 1 lakh of users? And what
Okay.
if 10,000 of these users log in at the same time? It is quite possible. Correct? Is your tool capable enough to take that much load of the server?
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, let's say, for example, as I told you, that if the tool is already, if a number of tools are already in the market with a better feature, with a better advantages, what will be the demand of your tool? Also, again, the same perspective. That is, are you taking the backups? As in, if some calamity occurs, some issue occurs, are you taking the backup of the data in your tool? So let's say you develop the tool, let's say the entire data was stored in server A, and what if server A crashed? Are you taking the backup? Are you prepared for something bad? So it
Yeah.
just widens the scope when you are developing tool. It says you should think about a number of approaches. You should think about the demand, you should think about the capacity, you should think about taking up the backups, preparing for the worst cases, what if issue occurs, how will people report it to you. So n number of platform, n number of scopes you should think about when you are developing a tool. Okay. So when
Yeah.
ServiceNow was developed on the ITIL standards. As
Mm-hmm.
in, whatever workflow, ITIL has its own workflow and all the foundation is there. So whatever workflow or foundation was there in ITIL on the same standards, ServiceNow has been developed. Like thinking about the capacity, thinking about the demand, taking up the backups. Every concept is same over there. Whatever is in ITIL standards, ServiceNow has tried to take up the concept from ITIL standards and prepare the tool.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
what it says ITIL is the most widely accepted approach to IT service management in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It says it can help individuals and organizations use IT to realize business change, transformation, and growth. So as I told you, you will have to think about the things more before, as in the initial phase only you'll think about all these perspectives. So the tool which will be delivered, it will be more stable, more customer satisfaction will be there because you are more aware of the things beforehand. You are more prepared for the calamities, for the issues beforehand.
Okay.
So now, because ServiceNow is based on the ITIL framework, so all the benefits, whatever will be there in ITIL, will be passed to ServiceNow as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see the benefit.
Yeah, definitely.
So what it is? The first one is it increases user and customer satisfaction. as in it provides more satisfaction to the customers and the users, because
Okay.
as I told you before, and preparation of everything is there in the organization.
Okay.
It improves service availability, already we know, and it leads to the profit. Obviously, business profit is there because of the service availability, because multiple server backups were there and all those stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Rework is also reduced because of this capacity and demand and all those stuff. So rework is also reduced, because of which financial saving will be there. Then time to market will be less, as in less time will be taken to uh, do the development activities.
Okay.
Then the decision making will be improved and the risk optimization will be done. So all
Decision
these
making and optimize the disk. Can you go once again that side? Previous slide, please. Improve decision making and optimize the disk. What is it line?
sorry.
Fifth one. Improve decision making and optimize the risk.
Okay. So again, think about the same thing. All these are interrelated with the service availability and all those backups. That is, it decreases the risk of system unavailability because you have taken the decision beforehand. And
Okay.
because it gives you a broader picture beforehand when you are developing the tool, that's why the decision making is improved, because you are taking decision beforehand instead of getting into a situation where clients are panicking or whatsoever.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So let's see the next one. So what are the features of ServiceNow? So many a time you will see people using the term SNOW. So SNOW stands for ServiceNow. S for
Yeah.
service. So what are the benefits? The first one is it is very simple and consistent. So how it is simple, let me just show it to you. Let me just take you to the tool. This is how your tool will look like.
Okay.
Okay. So very simple. In the sense, let's say if I know that okay, I have to create an incident, so I'll just have to type in the keyword and it will return me the data. It will show me create new means I can create it. Assigned to me means what? I can see what tickets are assigned to me. Open means what all incidents are open right now. So it becomes very easy, very consistent to see what all data you are looking for and all those stuff.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Next is
Okay.
very
Got it.
flexible. So flexible and easy to integrate we'll cover at a later stage when I'll be covering integration for you.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I'll just how flexible the system is to integrate with multiple systems and also how easy the integration process is. All these we'll see later. Security, let's come to that benefit of it. So always you will see whenever you will type in the URL, even though you will type HTTP, the URL will get redirected to the HTTPS protocol.
Okay.
What is the
HTTP.
difference between HTTP and HTTPS? HTTPS always transfer the data through a secure protocol.
Okay. Got it.
So for example, I'm passing some parameters, always the parameters can't be hacked, the hacking of the data becomes less, and that's why the performance becomes more better because the security is always involved within the tool.
Okay.
So that's
Got
what
it.
the feature of ServiceNow is. It always uses the secure protocol for transactions.
Mm-hmm.
Last one is what? Speed time to production. So because of ITIL functionality, the time to production will be less, the development time will be less because of the ITIL benefit, whatever we covered already.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so let's see the next one.
Yeah. Exactly.
So this is the architecture of ServiceNow. So this question is an important one if you're going for your certification or if you're going for your interviews and all. So this is how the architecture of ServiceNow looks. So the top one is user interface. What is user interface? The look and feel what a user, what an end user see. As in this is the user interface form. This is how the instance is looking for. If I click on incident create new, so the user interface, as in the interface through which the user will interact with the system. Like I will
Okay.
interact via all these fields and all. So that is called the user interface.
Okay.
So obviously the user will interact via user interface. So that is the one which lies on the top of the architecture.
Okay.
Also these SOAP and other protocols will be used at the time of integration. So it will make more sense at the time of integration. But right now we can understand that these will lie at the top of the architecture level.
Okay. What is
What
the
is
full
next?
form of job?
It is simple object access protocol. These are some of the
Okay.
protocols. That is, one is SOAP, one is REST, and number of protocols are there available within ServiceNow.
Yeah, okay.
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 Next one is what? Next one is ServiceNow level scripting. So as I told you, ServiceNow says write only ServiceNow level scripting. As a developer, you only need to learn the ServiceNow level scripting. So
Mm-hmm.
this scripting will be done over here in the scripting layer.
Okay. Scripting level.
Yeah. So now, obviously, will the database understand ServiceNow commands? No, it will not. Database only understands the SQL command, correct?
Yeah, exactly. SQL command.
If I have to send the data to the database, as you can see, the last layer is database. If I have to send the data to the database, or I have to fetch the data from the database, I need to convert the ServiceNow scripting to the SQL command, to the DB. So this conversion from ServiceNow scripting to the database level scripting will be done in the DB layer.
Okay.
So the DB layer and the database layer is not exposed to us. We can't see it. It is stored there. This both the layers, DB layer, database layer, is stored in the ServiceNow scope. You can pull the data using ServiceNow scripting. You can send the data using ServiceNow scripting, but you can't see or modify the data directly going into the database. You can't do that.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
So this is the architecture. Next is what all key applications are there within ServiceNow. So the key applications within ServiceNow are incident, problem, change, and service catalog.
Okay.
So I'll start these applications tomorrow because it's just a demo class, and
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'll give you the way how you can get an instance like this. Your own
Yeah.
instance, how can you go practice.
Okay.
So just go to Google and search for ServiceNow developer instance.
Okay. ServiceNow developer instance. Okay.
So you will get a link where you need to register.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you this link. Let me just send it to you. So you need to go over here in this link and you will get the option to register. Just register over there. Then
Okay.
once you register, you will get the option to request instance. So request instance, you will get your own instance.
Okay. Got it.
The only condition for this instance to be available to you is you must log in within continuously 6 days. Within that 6 days, you must log in once. Otherwise, the instance will be taken back from you and you will have to again request for an instance.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so this is free of cost. You can use it for your coding and all. And only as an end user you can use it. Organization should not use these kind of demo instances because these are free of the cost ones.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So
Okay.
just get this instance downloaded and we'll start the regular class from tomorrow based on your review.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Srinivas, are you there?
Yeah. I'm here.
So I'll do one thing, Srinivas. I'll start the regular class from tomorrow based on what feedback you give me. Okay.
Okay. Sure. And you are doing something night shift. You will be available only after 11 o'clock.
Night shift as in my night time?
No. I'm asking you. You are saying this late morning, right?